gets funky, thoughts deep, boys steeped in the depths that he sunk. Big stress, depressed in the middle of fall. Sky gray, high late in the thick of it all. I wonder, how long can a human survive just staying alive or carrying the rest of the tribe? Waiting for the day to arrive or struggling dies, and I be doing way, way more than getting by. So why? Got myself a cup of coffee, sipping water in it softly, cleansing me of stress I hold. Hey, got myself a cup of coffee, sipping water in it softly, cleansing me of stress I hold. Eyes realize life is so much more than just living a day. Every day I can sit and reflect and breathe and connect to myself and know that I've been given. See, giving up is not an option. So when I'm looking at gray skies, I'll be adopting a new way to deal with a test. Lord, relieve me of stress and bring me looking like when blessings drop in. And so I got myself a cup of coffee, sipping water in it softly, cleansing me of stress I hold. Water in it softly, cleansing me of stress I hold. Hey, here we go. Yeah. Let's do this. Y'all ready? 1, 2, 3. In times of test, let no harm beset me, oh my Lord, oh my Lord. In times of test, let no harm beset me, oh my Lord, oh my Lord. Woo.
Salute, everybody. Salute, salute. Welcome, 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 welcome. Appreciate y'all tuning into the stream. I am Urban, your humble host. Today, we got another topic that we're going to dive into today. And I honestly want your perspective about it because y'all already know that I already have my certain perspective about what we're going to talk about. But I'm curious to want to hear y'all perspective about this story that we're going to talk about today. Okay. Very, very, very curious. The topic we're going to talk about today is this. We're going to talk about Ressa. Now, those of y'all who are not familiar with Ressa, I don't know if I want to put this here. I guess I'll put it right here. But those of y'all who not familiar with Ressa Tessa, I had covered Ressa Tessa almost like a week or so ago. She is the woman who put together the famous "Who the F Did I Marry" series on TikTok. Okay. So she put together this series, and I covered this series in its entirety. Okay. At the end of the series, I gave y'all my perspective about it as well too. So after when Ressa Tessa put this series out, her series went viral, and it went so much viral that ended up hitting a lot of major outlets, including the Breakfast Club with Charlamagne the God, also with Just Hilarious and DJ Envy. So they end up having a segment on their show where they had some interesting choice words to say about the overall perspective about Ressa Tessa, Who the F Did I Get Married series. Today, we're going to dive into that. We're going to listen to what Charlamagne the God, Just Hilarious and DJ Envy had to say about this. We're going to listen in there also. Ressa ended up going on to another talk show, and she was expressing her grievances behind this, but specifically about what Charlamagne the God has said about her. So we're going to dive into this today. We're going to dive into how the way she felt about this, and I want to get y'all perspective about this as well too. I also want to hear y'all perspective about how the way y'all feel about this particular story. Okay. But first, salute to everyone who are tuning in right now. And on Constance, she said this, "Everybody, what's up? I'm at the eye doctor getting glasses today or contacts so I can be just like you, Urban, because it is cool wearing glasses." That is awesome. As y'all know, I'm a trendsetter, so I'll be setting up the latest trend. Next thing you know, everybody gonna be getting glasses like mine. So, by the way, since you're at the eye doctor, you can request some Ray-Bans because this is what these are right now, or Ray-Bans. All right, so. But yeah, nevertheless, let's go ahead and dive into this. All right, so let's listen in to what the Breakfast Club had to say about this "Who the F Did I Get Married" storyline. All right.
So this has been swarming around social media. It's been on every blog site. It started on TikTok. Her name is Ressa Tessa. She has a viral story. Who the F did I marry? Mm-hmm. All right. So this is the story about her ex-husband being a pathological liar. Mm-hmm. She took the TikTok, and she tells us how she met. They met him online. She met him online. They met on 2 different apps though: Facebook dating app and Hinge. And he had 2 different.
I want to let Constance know that there's nothing wrong with wearing glasses. All right, go ahead and embrace wearing glasses. You don't have to wear contacts. I wear contacts at one point in time, but I just kind of stopped doing it. I think I look way cooler with glasses on. I'm just saying.
Names on the profile, so she didn't realize that.
But if you want to get you some contacts, by all means, get you some contacts. Get you some color contacts. You know how y'all women be doing it. I'm just saying.
Was the same person in the beginning, but it was a running joke in their relationship because he actually did come clean about it to her. She didn't even notice that, so she already like. I don't like to call women like dumb, but it's like, yo, how you didn't even know that?
Y'all call everybody dummy.
No, but that's a good dummy. This was like dumb. Okay. Like how you ain't even know that the same guy, you on both of these apps, and the same guy is on both of the apps. He just used a different name, different picture and all that. But anyway.
But she would know her husband, all right?
Yeah, but
So far what I'm hearing is that they're just giving their opinion about the whole entire series. Nothing different from what everybody else have done, including myself. Okay, but let's continue.
This before they got married.
Okay.
Play number 1.
We met in March of 2020. Georgia got shut down, locked down 2.5 weeks later. We got married January of 2021, and we were divorced August of 2021. So keep in mind that this story is spanning March of 2020 until about June of 2021. We met online. My tire blew on my way to our first date, and he met me at a gas station, fixed my tire, then took me to go get another tire, paid for it, and I just thought, oh my God, this is the beginning of a beautiful romantic story.
By the way, their first date was at Cheesecake Factory, so she not one of them, who care about that. You know what I'm saying? So she also had said that he had fake phone calls, like he wasn't talking to nobody when he would act like he was faking phone calls in front of her, and why, like the whole time. Play number 2.
Every morning he would get on the phone with his brother. We'll call his brother John, and he would be like, "Hey, babe, John said good morning," and so I would just say, "Hey, John," call out, "Hey, John," and he would relay back and forth what I said to John, what John said to me. So he was like, "I can't wait for you guys to meet her. Like, I know I'm gonna marry her. I know it." He said everything I wanted to hear. Love bombing 101. This man wrote the book. So he talked to his brother every day. He talked to his friends every day. It wasn't until he got kicked out of my house in June of 2021 that I found out every single phone call was made up. He was never on the phone.
You ain't never talked to nobody. This man ain't never had nobody on speakerphone.
How she know that though?
Nothing.
How she know it's fake?
She reveals that she ended up talking to a couple of his family members that she had reached out to after she started doing some digging and investigating. But he hasn't spoke to his brother since 2015 when their mom died. He actually don't have no friends, is what she said. And then she goes on to say about the job that he lied about.
He told me when I first met him that he was a VP at his company. He was looking to buy a house. His job was VP of a main.
Salute to everyone tuning in. Make sure you hit that like button as you come into the lounge, y'all. And if you're able to share me out as well, much appreciated. Thank you so much.
Your condiment company. It is fair to note he paid every bill. He gave me spending money. Truth is, he was a tip. So he would call me and he would pretend to reprimand employees who couldn't see that he had a Bluetooth thing in his ear. He would pretend to take phone calls from the company president who needed his help on something. But he was a temp. He was a temp forklift driver. There's nothing wrong with a forklift driver, but he was pretending to be a VP.
So she had got pregnant, right? And then they had a miscarriage. Now, when she went to the hospital, she called him. She had the people call him or whatever, and he acted like his assistant. And, now he's a forklift driver, and he's also a temp, but he acted like he was the CEO of his own company. He answered the phone acting like the assistant, like, oh, he can't make it in right now. That's because he really couldn't leave work.
What?
The whole time, yeah.
His baby was about to be born, but he couldn't leave work.
No, the baby was gone. Oh. It was miscarriage. You know what I mean? So
I hear...
this is good.
Yeah.
Is this the story?
No, it's more.
Yeah, it's more. So just wait. All right. So social media users, they found the ex-husband and they revealed his identity, and he shared his own video and he addressed the story being told. Play number 4.
I'm going to address the rumor, Tessa ex-wife, who straight line to y'all. It's sad because it's completely false. More to the point, I haven't decided who I'm going to talk to exactly or go on whose page or whatever. But I'm going to go ahead and let y'all know that she lied about everything. Follow her, don't follow her. That's up to you. All that stuff she said, it's complete lies.
We got a celebrity in the building, y'all. George Chit Chat, salute, welcome to the podcast. Salute and welcome. Also, I did see your stream about you getting the 4K camcorder. I'm waiting on you to do a stream to show us how the camcorder worked for you, all right? Because I'm pretty sure that camcorder that you have, right? Hold on, let's switch screens real quick. I'm pretty sure that the camcorder that you have is going to be perfect for vlogging for you and your son. So it's going to be a perfect fit. But however, if you're trying to do live streaming like how the way I got it set up, I already know without a shadow of doubt that you're going to need one key component to that, all right, in order for you to stream through your camcorder. That key component is that you're going to need, it's called a cam link, okay? And basically what a cam link is this, the cam link is it's like a HDMI device that you hook it up from the camcorder and connect it directly to your MacBook, okay? Once we connect it to your MacBook, then you'll be able to use that camcorder as your virtual cam, okay? Now, if you need more details on it, you know my email address and I can show you. all that. So I can show you all that. Matter of fact, I help you out. I show you. I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. I'm gonna pause the show just for this, just to help you out. All right. Cause I know you're trying to rebrand and do your thing. So let me show you. Let me go on Amazon real quick. Matter of fact, if I just go to my channel, cause my YouTube store is in my channel. So hold up. Damn. Hold up. Give me 1 second, y'all. Hold up. Cause just like I say, I'm not a person who gatekeep anything from people at all, period. So especially when I know you're trying your best to do what you gotta do. Okie dokie. All right, here it is. Share left screen. All right, so I do have these items in my Amazon store, but what you need in particular is this right here. This one I'm talking about, the Gato One Cam Link. You'll need that to stream through your camcorder, right? You'll need this. It's cheap now. It's $100 now. Shoot, it was more than that when I first bought it. But this is what you need right here to be able to stream using your camcorder. If you're trying to go live like through your StreamYard and you're trying to be cammed up and stuff, then you'll need this device. And so basically what this device is that it will one part of it connects to this HDMI port, which is going to connect to your camcorder, right? And so they'll show you where you can be able to like stream through there. Or if you want to be cheap about it, you could get a capture card as well too, like this, like a $25 capture card. You could get that too. It'll be just fine because you're not doing no streaming like I be doing. But yeah, you can get a capture card. This capture card like $25, and it have the same thing. All you do is connect that to your one camcorder. And this port right here, you take that and it'll connect to your MacBook. Because if I'm not mistaken, you still got a MacBook, right? So this Type C will connect to your MacBook, right there. And this port here, this input port, you're gonna buy a USB, and it's gonna want to connect to your gonna connect to your camcorder. Now, to be honest with you, I'm not sure about the ports for that. But I know with mine, son, I had to get also a USB cord. And I'm going to show you that real quick. If I got it in here. Where's it at? Oh, I also got this as well, too. This right here is a power adapter, okay? So, like, whenever you stream, camcorders and DSLR cameras, right? The most that they can do is about an hour before it dies out, right? So I have bought this separate power adapter, right? And so this power adapter right here, all you do is hook it up, and it's gonna allow you to have infinite power. So it will never go out. Period. Your camcorder will never go out while you're streaming, so you can stay on there all day if you want to. So I had to buy that, but you have to look at the type of camcorder brand that you have to make sure that you buy the right power adapter for it. All right. And all this on Amazon, you could search it. And this is the other part that I was saying too, that you may need in order for it to work. But once again, you have to look and see what type of camcorder that you have. So this part here is going to hook up to the camcorder. All right. And that other part, that's the HDMI, is going to hook up to the capture card. And the one capture card is going to hook up to your MacBook for all that to work the way that you want it to work. All right. So, and like I say, you could research it. You can research it out and see on Amazon, right? To see which is a best solution for what you're trying to do. All right. So, but yeah, I just want to share that with you. Yeah, we that never get on like your podcast. I want to get as close as possible. I have a Dell desktop too. We usually stream for that. That's cool. That's cool. But yeah, I just wanted to give you a foundation for what you need to look for, so you could have your production as good as possible based on how the way you want it to look. Now, just like I say, you don't have to have it look like mine. It's solely based on you, how the way you want it to look, okay? So yeah, I want to give you that foundation. You could go on Amazon, you can look up these items. Make sure that when you go on Amazon, right, that you, these items that I'm telling you, make sure that it goes with your camcorder, right? Make sure that. Because if not, then you're going to be wasting money, okay? So, and the reason why I'm telling you these things is because people never told me this. I had to figure this out on my own. All right. So, like I say, I don't gatekeep nothing from people, period. I let them know straight up how the way it is. So, all right. Back to the show. Back to the show, y'all.
What is going on here?
Yo, he said they went to marriage counseling and it didn't work and we broke up. He said he left her and he said, stop lying to these people before I tell them the real reason. You cheated. I caught you in the house with Bradley.
Who's Bradley?
Yeah, I don't know, yo. I don't know, but that's
This is
the
Trapped
story.
in the Closet 2024.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I hear a lot of big back behavior. Does she have a big back?
She do give Sheila that was driving up the mountain.
Okay.
Yeah, she
Sheila
did.
was beautiful though.
Yeah, no. You talked about
So Charlamagne, he said this. He said that it gives big back behavior. Let's rewind that just a little bit, all right?
On whose page or whatever. But I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all know that she lied about everything. Follow her, don't follow her. That's up to you. All that stuff she said, it's complete lies.
What is going on here?
Yo, he said they went to marriage counseling and it didn't work and we broke up. He said he left her and he said, stop lying to these people before I tell them the real reason. You cheated. I caught you in the house with Bradley.
Who's Bradley?
Yeah, I don't know, yo. I don't know, but that's
This is
the
Trapped
story.
in the Closet 2024.
Yeah,
I'm
this
gonna be
is-
honest with you, man. I hear a lot of big back behavior. Does she have a big back?
She do give Sheila that was driving up the mountain.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. He said that it gives big back behavior, right? So let me explain to y'all what it means about big back behavior from a man's point of view, right? Big back behavior is this. Big back behavior is when a woman will be so desperate to want to get married that they will choose any old dude to accomplish the goal. That's basically what big bad behavior is. That's why Charlamagne the God had used the reference of Sheila from Why Did I Get Married from the Tyler Perry movie. Because the character Sheila, which is played by Jill Scott, right? She was resembling big back behavior. Now, I know when you hear the term big back behavior, it can also correlate to a woman's size, which part of that is true that it deals with a woman's size. One thing that we know for sure, us men know for sure, is this. Women who are normally what we call BBWs, right? They have a totally different behavior or a totally different mindset versus slimmer women or women who are fit. That is absolute facts. So when he referenced the big bad behavior, that's what he's talking about. These type of women, when they know that they are BBWs, right? They know that they got a lot of weight on them. They tend to have a level of insecurity about them. They have an insecurity about them physically, and they have an insecurity about them mentally. The character on Why Did I Get Married? She was resembling that type of insecurity. Remember? On that movie, when what's that dude? I think the dude named Troy, whatever his name. When Troy, the police officer, came into the picture, right? Guess what he had to do for Sheila? This dude had to give all this energy to her to build up her confidence, to build up her self-esteem. I want to let y'all know this, and I said this before, and I'm saying it again. It is not that man's responsibility to deal with behavior. It is not. But that dude chose to simp out and do all that thing to Sheila. He chose that. So therefore, that's what Charlamagne the God is talking about, big back behavior. I just want to clarify that to y'all, all right? But let's continue.
Sheila was beautiful though.
Yeah, no. You talked about the big back,
Yeah,
not the
big back.
face.
Yeah, you're right, you're
She's
right.
cool.
What's your thing with big backs?
No, I'm just saying because in a situation like this, some of you big backs, y'all got to stop being so thirsty for a man. There's a man out there for you. Okay, this woman believed all of this because she wanted to believe all of this. Big back belief isn't like everybody else's belief. Okay, she said it herself. He said everything I wanted to hear.
Yeah.
She wanted to believe whatever was
She
coming out of
wanted
his
to
mouth
believe that.
because she wanted a man so bad.
And then I seen him, and he actually looked like her. But what's interesting
What?
is
He had a big back too?
No. I couldn't see his back.
Okay.
We only saw hers because she was sitting in the car for the whole time she was talking.
Okay.
Sun up to sundown. It's a 52-part series on TikTok. That is
52 parts?
52.
TikTok got
Yup.
parts?
I don't know. We seen Shalon Jackson, Monique's son. He did 20
Damn.
of them. So she did 52.
Okay, maybe I don't believe this story then.
His
Maybe it's a
ex-wife,
script.
no, that's crazy because his ex-wife came out. He was married before, ex-wife, and said the same thing happened to her. Yup. So he just
That's what he does.
And he from Philly, yo.
Really?
Yeah, they met in Georgia, but he from Philly.
Where's she from?
I don't know. She just be in the car. I don't know where she
just
from,
be in
but
the car.
I don't know yet.
How big is she? Because you said the tire blew
Oh,
up.
boy.
You know how Sheila was.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, she. She don't fit in the frame. Like you can see, like she
All
got
right.
the.
It don't matter how
Gotcha.
big her back is.
No,
No, it don't, it don't.
No, it does, because this is big back behavior.
She
They
thought
be
she was in
thirsty for
love.
men. And this is also a good Tubi movie.
Yeah,
Somebody get these 52 parts.
she's a pretty girl. Yeah, she is a pretty girl.
Well, salute to her.
Yeah,
But,
yeah.
you know,
But
it
this
sounds like
story
she was
is
very thirsty.
yeah, absolutely, and the story is everywhere, so I had to cover it, and it's a little funny because like he ain't steal. There's no crime involved. He didn't steal any money from her. He didn't like nothing. I thought it was gonna be like a big ending, like oh he stole from me. Nothing.
One of the producers just texted us and said he also has a big back.
Oh, my God. So this is big back behavior all across the board, huh?
Yo,
I hate you. I don't even know why I read that. I don't even know why.
He even said that the dude Legion was big back behavior as well too. So, but let's continue.
I read that. I didn't have to read that. I didn't have to read that.
Wow.
We gonna get up here for an interview, both of them.
If we got room. I can see the Tubi movie now, though. The Big Back Theory. Let's go.
The big back.
Let's
theory.
go. Let's
The
make
big
this.
back theory.
Let's make
My
this right
goodness.
now.
All right. Well, that is just with the mess.
Wake that ass.
All right, so that is Charlamagne the God, what pretty much the Breakfast Club take on the big bat thing. So of course, after when Charlamagne the God and they released this on TikTok, it created quite a controversy. So much so that Ressa Tessa ended up going to another talk show and in addressing this very type of opinion. So let's listen to what Ressa had to say about this. All right.
What negative comments have hurt the most, I guess?
The ones where they say, you know, she did this for clout. This is not the way to get clout. Because you are literally opening up yourself, and again you're being vulnerable. Those hurt. The ones that talk about the fact, and I know people have seen.
I wanna stop this right here real quick because she said something right that I don't agree with at all. She started off by saying that this isn't for clout. Wrong. Because at the end of the day, whenever you become a content creator or an influencer, regardless of the platform, regardless if it's YouTube, regardless if it's on TikTok, IG, whatever the case may be, the whole goal and the intent is for you to be a clout chaser. I don't understand this. I don't understand why when we use the term clout chaser, right? I don't understand why it sounds like something horrible. It sounds like something negative. It sounds like something corrupted and all these different things. I don't understand why people view clout chasing as that when it's not. As long as you are an influencer, that is what you do. You're going to clout chase. You're going to chase out to the story. You're going to put things out there so your story could catch traction. That's pretty much what Ressa Tessa did with her story. She put it out there and she told it in such a way where it captured attention. As a matter of fact, over 6 million people have reviewed her whole entire series. And it captured so much attention where these main talk shows like Tamron Hall, even news outlets had captured her story. Even main media outlets such as The Breakfast Club captured her story. So therefore, it is clout chasing. So therefore, yeah, you are clout chasing. So I don't understand why you don't want to accept that. Whenever I hear people tell me that, oh, Irby, you just out here clout chasing. You just out here clout chasing. You're just trying to get people to respond to your stuff. Duh. That's the whole point why I'm here. Because if not, then what's the point of me being an influencer? What's the point of me being a content creator? Understand? Then again, at the same time, I can also understand that some people take clout chasing to the extreme. What I mean by that? By them set up here doing this extreme toxic stuff, such as cyberbullying. They want to dox people and doing all this extreme crazy stuff. Now, I can understand that. But still, at the end of the day, it is what it is. It's clout chasing. I'm just saying. So I believe that she needs to just go ahead and take accountability for that particular thing and understand that it's clout chasing. Even by her going in the show, it's clout chasing. And the reason why I want y'all to listen to closely what she's going to say about this, all right?
And again, you're being vulnerable. Those hurt. The ones that talk about the fact, and I know people have seen this.
Then also she's posted on her talking about that she's allowing herself to be vulnerable of a story. Okay.
She does not look like what a VP would date. And it was a woman, it was a TikTok creator who was talking about my looks. And then there was a very famous personality.
And what they were saying was true, that she do not look like a person what a VP person would date. She does not fit that criteria of any type of VP or any type of billionaire or millionaire, anything like that. I had said this on yesterday on my podcast, and I said that these type of VPs or billionaires, right? They normally find these type of women for one purpose only, who look really good, and that's just a smash, and that's it. Which that is true. But when it comes to wifing up a woman, normally these women are like at a 6 or a 7 at the most. Normally they're 6 or 7 at the most. Now, a woman such as Ressa Tessa, she does not qualify as being a 6 or a 7. She is probably like just by me looking at her, she's like at a 4, maybe a 5 at the best. Okay. So dudes wouldn't necessarily go after, especially dudes who have options. They would not go for a woman like this at all, period. Let alone, they wouldn't even try to smash a woman like this, to be really honest, unless they just that insecure, they that desperate, even though they know they have the caliber of getting better quality of a woman, but they wouldn't. And that's just the realistic part about it. I know some of y'all gonna disagree with it, but I'm just being truthful about it. No different from women dealing with men. There are men out there who are like 4s and 5s where women are not going to give them the time of day, period. It is what it is. But let's continue.
That called me a bigback, talking about my weight. And so it's things like that I'm like.
Now, this part here where she talking about, a certain person called her a bigback, this solidified my argument about her coming on here to clout chase. She could have very well easily went onto the show and didn't have to say nothing about these content creators. Should I say nothing making reference to Chalamagne the guy or this other content creator that was talking about her? Should I have to do that? She didn't. All she had to do is come onto the show and talk about her series, and that's it. That's all she had to do. But I'm pretty sure that Tamara Hall and her producers set these questions up for the sole purpose of so she could clout chase with them two content creators. Because they know that if she mentioned these content creators, especially Charlamagne the God and the Breakfast Club, she know that it's going to build even more attraction for what she's trying to do or the goals she's trying to accomplish. That is what it is. So that's why she mentioned that, and therefore that's why she's clout chasing. And also through her clout chasing, she is resembling that behavior or trying to say that she's the victim. Now she's trying to say that she's the victim of being cyberbullied on the internet, but in reality, she's not being cyberbullied. In reality, it is people giving their honest opinion about her series. That's it. But let's continue.
Me a Bigback, talking about my weight. And so it's things like that that I'm like, Jesus, you know, I can already admit I'm self-conscious, you know, as a heavier woman. I feel like how I look should not dictate whether or not I deserve what I want.
And notice all these women who are clapping in the audience, right? I want y'all to notice this. All the women who are clapping in the audience right now, they specifically chose to put the camera on this woman. They chose to put the camera on this woman. All of this is by design. They wanted to show these two women because when you look at their facial feature, you could tell that they are normally heavier set women, but also that these type of women are considered as under average, as you can see. They consider us under average. Last but not least, they chose to show these women is because these women are paid actors.
What? What?
These women are paid actors. These women are paid actors because they want to continue the narrative. Now they could have the producers could have very well easily just panned and showed the whole entire audience in the situation, but they wanted to show these women to go with the narrative for the story. But let's continue. And here's another thing too. She made a comment saying that I should be able to qualify for any type of woman. Wrong. Well, any type of man. Wrong. I don't understand why women think this way. I honestly don't. Hello, let me rewind it just a tad.
I can already admit I'm self-conscious, you know, as a heavier woman. I feel like how I look should not dictate whether or not I deserve what I want. So that was disappointing, and it was.
And just like I say, she ended off by saying what she deserves. So she believed in her mind. In her mind, she believed that she deserves the very best with dealing with men. This is what she believed in. She believed that she deserves a high caliber man. She believed that all she had to do is walk into the mere presence of a high caliber man, and that man is supposed to instantly fall to her feet. Sad part about it is that it's a lot of modern day women who have the same behavior, who have the same mindset. Believe that they could just walk up to any type of man and this man going to instantly just fall to her feet. This man going to instantly just worship her to the ground. This man going to instantly scoop her up. But in reality, that is, It's all good for a Tubi movie. It's all good for even a Tyler Perry movie. But when you deal with reality, no. In reality, that's not going to happen. I made a point yesterday, and I always say this about myself too, but I made a point to mention to y'all that I know without a shadow of doubt that I am a very, very handsome man. I know I am. Furthermore, I made a point to y'all that not only I know without a shadow of doubt that I'm a very handsome man, but also I made a point to tell y'all that I'm a very confident man as well too. I know what I want, and whatever it is that I want, I will go after it. Sure will. But even though I have that high level of confidence about myself, even though that I know that I'm a handsome man, that doesn't mean that I qualify for every type of woman. A matter of fact, look at it on this way too. Do y'all know that if I were to be that arrogant and say that I can want to get any woman that I want, guess what y'all women gonna say about me? Y'all gonna say that I'm a womanizer. Facts. They're gonna say I'm a womanizer. Y'all gonna think he's all that. Facts. That's what y'all gonna say. So if that be the case, right, why is it okay for women to think like this, but it's not okay for men to think like this? Because once again, when we think like this, right, we get called a womanizer, we get called a predator, we get called all these negative things, but it becomes a double standard with women. Yes, you could do that. It becomes empowering. Like right now, this whole segment is an empowering moment. It's an empowering moment. Yeah, girl, you can sit up here lying. Even the women in the audience, they know good and well that they can't get any man that they want to. They know that. They know that. But they want to build this narrative as though that they can. And once again, even by me being a man, even by me as being as confident as I am, I know good and well that I don't qualify for every type of woman out there. I know I don't. I know I don't. And I accept that as my immediate reality. But it's women out here who are so delusional, who are so entitled that they believe that they could get their cake and eat it too. But no, wrong. Wrong answer. You can't. Because that's not reality.
It's hurtful, especially the one that was the more famous personality. Because again, I'm more than just my.
Notice once again, she mentioned about the famous personality, and that's for a reason, because she's clout chasing the Breakfast Club to get more attraction.
Hey, and not to mention, I mean, that it's.
Well, once again, they make sure that they show another under average woman in the audience who's a paid actor.
It's hard. I will admit this, I appreciate when I've met both men and women who have said thank you. Because for me, it's like, okay, I know I'm getting attacked, but it did help somebody. When I hear someone that said, girl, I watched all 50 parts, I genuinely am humbled that someone took 500 minutes out of their life and watched the story that I went through. And
Notice also this. And I said this on my podcast about her story. Notice what she tried to briefly say that this is her life. Notice that she just stick to that. Instead of her saying this is the story of my life, she switch up, say this is my story. I had mentioned this to y'all that at the end of the day, this is something that she had made up. She absolutely made this whole entire thing up. I wouldn't be a bit surprised that this alleged dude named Legion, even somebody that she probably paid to be a part of the narrative for whatever the case may be. But that's what I said. This whole entire story, it was made up. Is there anything wrong with the story? No, there ain't nothing wrong with it. I also stated on my podcast that she did a really good job of telling the story and selling it. From one content creator to another. I commend her on that. But at the end of the day, we know what it is. It's just a script at the end of the day. But yeah, let's tour.
100 minutes out of their life and watch the story that I went through. And my prayer is that, again, if there is a woman or man who's like, I want to be married, I want kids, I want this, and I need to have it right now, and you know something's wrong, but you're afraid to investigate because you're afraid that you might be wrong. And it's like, I'm here to say, look, it costs nothing to verify, but if you don't verify, honey, it may cost you everything.
What negative?
Now she said at the very end, it don't cost you nothing to verify, but at the end you may it may end up cost you everything. That is also not true. That is wrong like ain't nothing. What she did her whole background search right. She had to go to different websites such as Being Verified and different things like that. It cost her maybe like she did a lot of investigation. So she did probably spent about $30 or $40 total doing background investigation checks on this dude. That's what she did. Even while this situation was happening to her, right, she decided to stay in it. So, like I'm saying, I understand the whole story part of it, but the whole lesson that she's trying to teach or trying to educate to women, I don't agree with it at all, period. I don't. And I said that. And I also said that at the end of the day, this woman is the actual villain in the story. I said it. For the very beginning, when they met each other, she was the villain of the story. But she's trying to paint it as though she's the victim the whole entire time. When that is not true at all. Well, it's not true at all. Urban, let me find out she lying too. Shoot, girl. But after she went on to this show and she expressed her grievances on this show, the social media universe ended up getting a light on fire, right? So everyone has something to say after this, okay? So let's listen to some of the things that people had to say about this. I want to show y'all this particular thing. We'll get to that in a minute. But everyone had something to say, okay? Listen to what this dude got to say.
Would you call your mother, your wife, or your daughters Bigback? And I'm still a fan of The Breakfast Club, but The Breakfast Club is slowly turning into the Mean Girl, Mean Boys Club. If this mean girl energy continues, the show should just be on the Zeus network. I mean, it's sad that they call Ressa Tessa a Bigback, but it's the fact that they don't understand that calling somebody Bigback is offensive. And the apology...
The thing about this is that I'm stopping right here. The thing about this is that I believe that not only they're clout chasing this particular story for their platform, I believe that they over-exaggerated what was being said. And they know this. They know good and well that they over-exaggerate. They know good and well that they heard Chalamagne the God, that they heard all of them say that it was big back behavior. They heard him say that. But they want to look over that and say that he's talking about this woman. Wait. Let's say, hypothetically speaking, that was the case, that Chalamagne was taking jabs at her weight. At the end of the day, it's his opinion. Who the hell cares? So you mean to tell me that one person opinion put this lady in so much of a disdain to where she feels extremely insecure based on one man opinion? No, it's not like that at all, y'all. It's only because Chalamagne the God is popular. Because, once again, myself and a whole lot of other content creators was viewing her content and doing commentary on her content and giving our perspectives about it. Why she didn't go on this show and call out all the content creators who was talking down on this story, calling her stories a lie, saying what she was doing was stupid, saying the same exact thing that I was saying, that she's not the victim in the story. Why she didn't call them out when she went onto these shows, when she went onto the social media outlets? Why she didn't do that? She didn't do that because, we're considered as bottom of the barrel, right? But Charlamagne the God has a way bigger platform, the Breakfast Club. That's why. But let's go back here, because he's figuring they want Mitch or something, right? But I'm going to say that. But after this whole situation of her going on here, right, the Breakfast Club ended up responding back to this, okay? So let's listen to this.
Okay, so T.S. Madison threatens Charlamagne for his Bigback comment.
Oh my God, no.
Yes, that's what I said. I was like, oh my God, you should be real scared. Last week, I reported on the viral TikTok series, Who the F Did I Marry? By Ressa Tessa. Charlamagne shared his opinion on the story when I reported it.
I'm going to be honest. Some of you big backs, y'all got to stop being so thirsty for a man. There's a man out there for you, okay? This woman believed all of this because she wanted to believe all of this. Big back belief isn't like everybody else's belief, okay? She said it herself. He said everything I wanted to hear.
Yeah.
She wanted to believe whatever was coming out of his mouth because she wanted a man so bad.
Okay. T.S. Madison, a self-proclaimed big backer, she publicly checked in on the rest of the Big Back Brigade to see how she should respond. And she said, #Big Back people, including me. Y'all letting Charlamagne get away with that? Or are we caving his face in? Let me know.
Whoa.
Yep, there was no LOL, there was no emoji, there was no nothing. Now, if you were to say that to her, then what would happen?
Oh, they'd be calling for my head on social
What?
media.
I'm talking about social media
Not
in the
only that,
streets.
in the streets.
Everywhere.
They ask for you to be canceled, suspended.
Well, let the record show, I didn't even know the young lady had a big back. Okay, I just said it sounded like big back behavior. And I know big back belief when I hear it.
Okay.
Now, one thing I do have to want to say about Charlamagne the God in this situation is that he knew that this woman was heavy set. He knew that. He knew that. But however, by him addressing the behavior is not him being offensive to the woman, even though she didn't agree with it, even though the people didn't agree with it. Okay? Just like I stated before, it is such a behavior as big back behavior. Like I broke it down to y'all. It is. But let's continue.
Okay, that's all.
Well,
So I don't know why the Big Back Brigade was upset at me.
well, I don't know how somebody just include themselves in it.
I don't think she was serious, though. Was she serious?
Well, is she a friend? Did she call you up and say, I'm just playing?
No, I'm talking about the beginning when she said the big back people. What did she say?
She believes she has a big back. She said, #Big Back people, including me.
Yeah, I thought that was a joke.
Are we caving in his face?
Yeah, don't do that, T.S. Madison. You know what I'm saying? Because, just said, if I was to make a tweet about a transgender like that and end it by saying, we caving their face in, social media would be calling for my head. Absolutely. So let's play nice.
But see, that's crazy because that's going to fly right up under the radar because, I guess she could say that. That's crazy. I don't understand.
Now, here's something that I want to bring to your attention to as a content creator, all right? Queen Gertrude, salute. I see you in the chat. But this is something I want to bring to y'all attention as being content creators. I want to bring y'all attention to this. Now, I was saying earlier about how Ressa Tessa was using this opportunity to clout chase. Okay. I also told y'all that part of the responsibility as being an influencer or a content creator is for us to clout chase. I also was explaining to y'all that some people will go to the stream and they're clout chasers, which is a deal with cyberbullying, and it goes to even more extreme of doxing or, all these other negative things, right? I get that. The reason why I want to talk about this particular part is because on social media right now, whether it's on YouTube, whether it's on IG, TikTok, wherever the case may be, we have a surge of content creators that does this, that clout chase. Once again, it is nothing wrong with clout chasing, but, however, sometimes certain content creators go to too much of a extreme with their clout chasing, which end up becoming cyberbullying. In this particular situation with Charlamagne the God, the Breakfast Club, and different things like that, I believe that they wasn't their opinion about Ressa Tessa and talk about Bigback behavior, I believe it was something that was a form of cyberbullying. I believe they wasn't doing that in their intentions based on what they're saying. But however, there are content creators, once again, that goes to the extreme. Instead of them just stating their opinion about a situation and let it be for what it is, they want to take it a step further. They want to go back and learn about your family history. They want to post pictures of your family. They want to post pictures of your loved ones. They want to post pictures about where you work at, your place of employment. They want to encourage their subscribers to go out and swap people to try to get them fired. I just heard stories of them even calling CPS on people. Y'all see where I'm going with on this? It's one thing to clout chase and you just give your opinion or give your perspective about it, which is fine, nothing wrong with that. But it's another thing to literally take it to so much of a extreme where you want to do this. The reason why I'm bringing this up is because based on old girl who said to Chalamagne the God, she literally pretty much saying that this dude needs to be counseled based on an opinion. We just seen it way too many times where people give an opinion and people all of a sudden want to just counsel. Like for example, with Kanye West, when Kanye West was giving his opinion about black people and how the way he felt about that based on his own anecdotal experience, wanted to counsel the dude. Kyrie Irving, that's where too, where he was giving his opinion about how the way he felt about black people, the racial African American in this community. They wanted to counsel the dude based on his opinion, based on his perspective. And they went to the extreme on it. Instead of just letting it be an opinion, just like, okay, it's your opinion, whatever. They want to go to this dude's place of employment. They want to go to the boss and say, look, to my understanding, I believe that we have our First Amendment rights to speak wherever it is that's on our mind. We do. If we have that First Amendment right, which is the freedom of speech, is it not for us to express how the way we feel? Now, once again, I understand the whole concept of when people take it to the extreme. I get that. But when you're just speaking your opinion about something, then what is wrong with that? That's what I'm seeing in the situation with Ressa Tessa and the Breakfast Club. The dude simply just spoke his opinion about the whole situation. That was it. But instead of people listening to the message, right, they decided to try to dissect that thing, not only clout chase it, but go even further towards becoming a cyberbully, which it really wasn't. The whole intention they had nothing to do with cyberbullying, period. But it's people would take that thing to so much of a extreme. I say it all the time on here, YouTube, whatever. I say it all the time. People want to just do the most when it's not that damn serious. I have been on different people platforms. I have been on different people panels saying the same exact thing to them every single time. Well, I tell them that, look, at the end of the day, we all on here to clout chase. At the end of the day, everyone is going to have their opinion about your content. People have opinion about my content. That's the reality. But I also say, well, whenever I go on these panels, right, I also say that, hey, you're gonna if you want to be a content creator, if you want to be an influencer, you got to learn to have tough skin. You're gonna have to learn to accept that people are going to say some bad things about you. You're gonna have to learn to accept that. You're gonna have to learn to control yourself. You don't have to, as soon as somebody says something extremely bad to you, or even they do some stream stuff, like even doxing, whatever, you don't have to respond to that. Like, for what? Because that's what they want you to do. Because once again, at the end of the day, it's all part of clout chaser. They're looking for the reaction. So you don't even have to respond to that in the same exact level as they do. But in our strange mind, we believe that, oh, since this person did this to me, forget that. I'm going to lose all my morality. I'm going to lose all my moral compass, and I'm just going to respond back to them in an extreme way. You don't have to do that. You don't. I also encourage people this. I also told people this. I like, look, if you feel like that you need to respond back to them, that is your choice. You can do that. But however, if you are going to respond back to them, at least the bare minimum, use emotional intelligence in your response. The bare minimum. Just use emotional intelligence in your response. You don't have to stoop down to their level. You don't have to, well, I'm going to jump down on their level too since they did it to me. No, you don't have to do that. You don't. You show grace with your content. You respond back to them with emotional intelligence and with truth. But the only way you got to do that, you have to practice self-restraint. You have to not only practice self-restraint, but you have to practice taking accountability for your own behavior. Because here's another thing, point two, then we're going to get back to the content, which all this goes together. But here's another thing too. Not only you have to have emotional intelligence, but you have to understand, once again, at the end of the day, that people do things just so they could trigger a response. At the end of the day, guess what that means? That means that you have surrendered your power to them. Once again, you have surrendered your power to them. In other words, they are now in control of you. So now they could say any old crazy thing about you. Now they could do the stream and do a whole lot of lying about you. And the reason why they do it is because they know that they got you. They know that they controlling you. They know that by me saying this, you're going to instantly come back and stoop down on their level. They manipulated you and they control you. And so now, instead of you having your content that you have, then now you might as well say your content is now their content. If you look at it in that perspective, because you allow them to get your content, you allow them to manipulate and control you. So all I'm saying is this. We here to clout chase, we here to produce content, but when people do things to you like that, use emotional intelligence. Understand the overall whole big picture. Don't be tunnel vision. And like you got to respond the same exact way what they did. That's all I'm saying. Because when you understand the assignment, I guarantee that you will have power for real. I guarantee that. I done seen it time and time again. Hell, I done did it time and time again where sometimes people would say things about me or say things even about my content. Some people would say things about how the way I speak or articulate and everything. And guess what? I don't give a damn because it's their opinion. I don't care. I'm not going to change who I am just to please people. The last but not least, so we're going to get back to this, y'all, because I believe this is very important. Last but not least, when I see people do things like that, I already know using emotional intelligence, I already know without a shadow of doubt that them people are not only insecure, but they are intimidated of you. They see the power in you. They see knowing the power and the confidence that you have in your content. They see that. So they'll do anything possible to get you out of your comfort zone, to get you out of your character, just to prove a point. Don't surrender your power. Period. And the reason why I'm mentioning this is for the simple fact that this is what Chalamagne, the guy, was doing. A matter of fact, since I mentioned about having emotional intelligence, right? Charlamagne the God and the Breakfast Club, they did another response as well too. They actually did an apology response. And I want y'all to listen to the emotional intelligence that they did, okay, that they shared, all right? Charlamagne the God could have very easily just went in on Ressa, Tessa, and everybody else who had something negative to say, but listen to the response behind this, all right? Before I do that, salute everybody who's watching the stream again. Appreciate you a whole lot. Make sure when you come in, make sure you hit that like button. It do help the stream a whole lot. If you ever to share me out, all means do that. I appreciate it a whole lot. Creed Gertrude, she said this. You can't have an opinion unless you agree with the group of people, which I do agree with you on that. All of that. Queen Gertrude, that deals with what we call having a hive mind or a hive mind mentality or a mob mentality. Now, I'm that type of person that I don't care. If I see something that is, weird or wrong, whatever, I will tell you straight up. I'm not going to agree with you. Which I have did. I've been on people panels and told them straight up, like, no, that ain't what they is. This is how the way I see it. And people got mad because I didn't agree with their narrative. That they want me to want to side with them on their narrative. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not. If you're wrong, period. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I want people to tell me that. But see, the only difference between me and other people is that I could take constructive criticism. I can not only take constructive criticism, long as in a way where their intentions is to improve me as a person. I could take that. I can. I could take that accountability and change my behavior. But when it comes to the point where that constructive criticism is something negative, just because they feeling some type of way about me or they trying to put me down, hell no, I ain't going to accept that. And you shouldn't accept that neither. I'm just saying. But let's listen to what the Breakfast Club had to say in response to all this, all right?
I tell y'all all the time, the easiest way to keep your own peace is to not disturb the peace of others. I disturbed that woman's peace, and that wasn't my intention. So I apologize if my words made her feel that way. But I do have two things to say. Number one,
Now, listen, he started off by saying, look, I don't want to disturb nobody's peace. So, due to all the criticism that's going on, which he's accepting accountability for the criticism, he pretty much saying, hey, due to the criticism, due to what I said, my intentions was not to disturb that woman's peace. My intention was not to make that woman feel some type of way, to feel insecure about herself. So he's taking accountability and he's saying that he apologized for that particular part. Now, keep in mind, he's not apologizing for his opinion. He's only apologizing for if it made her feel some type of way, which at the end of the day, it's not that dude's responsibility to be honest, to give her an apology to that woman, to be real honest. It's not. Because at the end of the day, whose fault is it that the things that the Breakfast Club said about her, it made her feel insecure? Whose fault is that? Is it really the Breakfast Club fault, or is it hers? Because she accepted that as a media reality. Just like I was telling y'all earlier about content creators. If you accept what they're saying to you as media reality, then guess what? They control you. They control your mind. They control everything about you because you surrender your power. But let's continue, because he said this and he said but after this. So let's hear it.
Words made her feel that way. But I do have two things to say. Number one, I never said she don't deserve love because of her size.
Right.
I didn't even know she was big. Just told the story.
Well, once again, I do have to correct Chalamagne on that. He knew that she was a big woman. He knew that. He knew. So don't lie about that, bro.
And I said it sounds like Bigback behavior, and then I started talking about Bigback belief. Now, if y'all want to have a conversation about reinforcing negative stereotypes of big backs, I understand. I'm open to it. But acting like I was having a conversation about Ressa Tissa's looks and size, that's not accurate. I was speaking in general terms about big back behavior and big back belief. And I actually said nobody has to be that desperate because there is a man out there for you. And I do have one final point, just one. We all have social media. No, we all have social media.
Absolutely.
And we all use it for different reasons. Yeah. And Rissa's getting a lot of props for being so vulnerable. Salute to her. But I personally feel like we have to stop bringing this stuff to social media if you don't want people to have an opinion about it.
Absolutely.
Big facts. I agree with that 100%. Absolutely, I agree with that. Absolutely. Well, when I was doing the review on Ressa, right, and I heard her old story, I also had made a point about that, is that she wanted to bring this stuff on social media because she felt that it was therapeutic. Okay? And that typically is the behavior when people start out as being content creators, especially on YouTube, especially on TikTok. It started off as something therapeutic, that they dealt with a traumatic experience. So they decide to share their traumatic experience with total strangers. Now, in their mind, they don't think about that people are going to disagree with them. They only think about the positive part, which that is a bad sign. It is. But when they come on social media, the moment when they share their story, and they might like, yeah, everybody going to agree with this, but they looking for acceptance. They're looking for acceptance. They're looking for people to pat them on their back and do all this other stuff as well too. But at the same time, especially dealing with this generation, people are going to look at your stuff. People are going to analyze your stuff. People are going to look at loopholes about your story. And if it doesn't add up, people are going to critique, and they're going to give their honest perspective or opinion about it. Now, when people get their opinion about it, it's not a reflection that they don't like you as a person. They only just giving their opinion. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. And so I believe that when people do that, you got to understand the assignment. If you feel like that, people got to agree with everything that you say on here on social media, then don't get on social media at all. Don't tell your business on social media at all, period. Just don't do it. You better off just being on IG and posting pictures. You're better off being on Snapchat and doing just a brief thing on Snapchat can be done with it. You're better off doing that. But before it's coming on TikTok or even YouTube, especially your story, just don't do it. If you can't have that thick skin, then just don't do it. Let's leave it out, y'all. I'm just saying. Let's continue.
Absolutely.
Because some of this stuff should just be reserved for our therapists. If we can't handle people having an opinion about whatever we are venting about, keep it off social media. That's my personal opinion.
That's a good point. When you put it out there in the world's going to come back many different ways.
Absolutely. And she said that she was already insecure about her weight. So then why would you come to such a big platform thinking that, you're going to be off limits from comments, like, because it's people who was actually going in on her.
Absolutely.
You didn't call her a big back.
No, I was just speaking towards big back behavior and big back belief based off.
And I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I was one of the people that was going in on her for real, though. I was.
Story you told.
Absolutely.
And that's why even when you reference Sheila from Why Did I Get Married?
Yes.
Fantastic movie, because even that movie reinforced those same stereotypes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And we also seen where Sheila ate small.
She unbigged her back. She did unbig her back. She definitely did.
And then that man came around.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
He was going crazy.
Wanted her, and the skinny girl, she was spending up the money and all that. So it just all of that to say, like you said, just get therapy for it, especially if it is an insecurity of yours.
Yeah, I just don't think those are things that should be on social media, because everybody's not going to agree with you.
Nope.
There's going to be people that have negative things to say. So I just feel like some of this stuff should be reserved for our therapists if we can't handle people having an opinion about whatever we are venting about. Because you're not always going to hear what you want to hear.
Yeah, and then to say, especially the more famous personality. It should hurt you when anybody say.
I get it, but I respect. I understand that, though. And once again, if I disturbed her peace, I apologize for disturbing her peace, but that was not my intention.
Well, that's very big of you to apologize, and I love you for that, bro.
I love you too.
And yeah, so once again, I agree with that. Now, once again, he just only apologized for disturbing her peace. He's not apologized for what he said, because what he said is his opinion about the overall premise of a story. Just like all of us, we share our opinion about the overall premise of a story. But notice that, once again, I want to point out that she only decided to go onto these platforms to talk only about the Breakfast Club. And the only reason why she did that is because she was clout chasing the Breakfast Club. Because there's a whole lot of other people that had something to say about it, including myself. And notice she didn't mention about the House of Urban Lounge podcast. She just say, hey, it's this guy with glasses on, with the shades and headphones on. He gave an opinion. He said I was the villain of the whole story. She didn't say that. She only focused in on Chalamagne because the Breakfast Club got a bigger platform. Therefore, she was clout chasing. Now, let's continue to hear what this dude was saying. I stopped this for a reason. So let's continue to hear what this dude, what this, hate to call him, but beta male. Well, let's continue to hear what this beta male had to say. As a matter of fact, I started over from the beginning. Let's hear what this beta male got to say.
Would you call your mother, your wife, or your daughters Bigback? And I'm still a fan of the Breakfast Club, but the Breakfast Club is slowly turning into the mean girl, mean boys club.
Would you call your mother and daughter Bigback? Hell yeah, I would. If they need to lose weight, they need to lose weight. I'm just saying. But I wouldn't say it in a way to where it would be extremely offensive, because once again, when Chalamagne the guy said this, right, he wasn't talking about her weight. He was talking about her behavior, all right? Which I already broke that down to y'all earlier.
If this mean girl energy continues, the show should just be on the Zeus network. I mean, it's sad that they call Ressa Tessa a Bigback, but it's the fact that they don't understand that calling somebody Bigback is offensive. And the apology that they gave to Ressa Tessa was so backhanded, it was so weak. If you apologize to someone, don't ever say if or but in the...
Let me address this. And this is the reason why I played this dude video. He's using the point that whenever you apologize, you shouldn't use the word like if and but into the statement. I totally disagree with that. Okay. The reason why is because the reason why Chalamagne the guy said that is because he wants to give clarity about the statement that he made, which in all honesty, he had every right to do that. Some people take when you use if and but into the statement, they think about it as being narcissistic, which in certain situations, that is true. I can agree with you on that. But in this particular situation, he only said that because he wanted to give clarity about what he said. And also, not only he wants to give clarity, he wants to let people know that he's only apologizing because apparently his opinion had messed with her peace. And that's what he's apologizing for. He's not apologizing for his statement. He's only apologizing for the peace. And he wants to clarify that that's what he's doing. So there's nothing wrong with saying that. There's nothing wrong with saying if and but, and you want to state your reasoning behind it. Because sometimes people need that type of closure so they can get a clear-cut understanding of your intentions. They do. Now, if you don't accept that, then that is totally up to you. Totally up to you.
Apology should just be, I apologize for what I did, not I apologize if I hurt you, but whatever. No, just apologize.
Here's another thing too. Normally this beta male said this, right, but it was a whole lot of other women who said this as well too. Said the same exact narrative. So in other words, they're trying to tell someone how the way you should apologize. How are you going to tell someone how they should apologize? However way they apologize to you, it's an apology, period. And no matter if they use and, but, they don't matter if they use prepositions in or in, around, beside, beneath, under, next to. It don't matter. All that matters is that they apologize. Now, once again, it is up to you as the individual to either accept it or not. If you accept it, fine, let it go. If you don't accept it, you correct it, just like this dude doing and other people doing, trying to correct this little criteria for apology, then that don't have nothing to do with the person who's apologizing. They have everything to do with you and your insecure behavior, straight up.
And then they were saying if you post content, then it gives people free range to say whatever they want to say about you. And I'm like, no, it does not. Nobody has a right to be verbally abused on the internet.
Once again, wrong. No, sir. And that let me know right off the bat that this particular dude is not a influencer or a content creator. No. This dude probably be posting videos probably like every 3 years or whatever. I don't know. I haven't been on this dude page at all, but I could tell this by his response. He's not a content creator. It do give you free range of people who's going to talk about you. Even right now, I'm talking about him now. About Forrest's content. Now, I'm not talking about how the way he look or anything like that. I'm solely talking about his behavior, and I'm solely talking about what he's saying. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. But yeah, it gives people free range to say what they want to say about you. It do.
And they were saying if you post content, then it gives people free range to say whatever they want to say about you. And I'm like, no, it does not. Nobody has a right to be verbally abused on the internet. That one comment
Now that one part, once again, I do agree with that. When it comes to cyberbullying, I do agree that you shouldn't have to go to a stream. Okay, with that.
you made might be the reason that somebody... The apology that they gave to Ressa Tessa was very Regina George. It was very, you can't sit with us, Bigback. Like, it wasn't a true apology.
No, that was not true at all. Mm-mm. That was not true at all. Mm-mm. But let's listen to this other content creator. Let's hear what he got to say about this.
I just think it's crazy as hell that y'all mad at Chalamagne. Y'all mad at Chalamagne the God. Now y'all can't take a joke. Y'all was just literally making fun of a mentally ill man, talking about his skin, making fun of him possibly having HIV. But for some reason, Chalamagne took it too far when he said something about Bigbacks.
Let's talk about this, all right? Let's talk about this. Now, what he's saying is absolutely true. Absolutely true. When I was doing my research on this whole story, Ressa Tessa story, a lot of people was talking about Legion. A lot of people was calling this dude a demon. Hell, even right now, if you go on TikTok right now and just type in Legion, I guarantee that you're going to see nothing but stories. Talk about this dude allegedly having HIV. Going to talk about his mental disorder. And instead of people helping this dude, they're going in on him. They're absolutely going in on him. And some people that started to go to the stream to where some of them are looking up his information, some of them are cyberbullying him, some people are doxing and all kind of stuff. But we don't hear no outrage on that. We don't see Legion going on to a talk show and telling people about that. We don't. This is one thing about this generation that I don't agree with at all. We have what is known as selective outrage, okay? What does that mean, Urban? Selective outrage is this, where you choose to pick and choose what you want to outrage about. You pick and choose to have a mob mentality about certain things. Then this certain type of thing has double standards behind it. Like, say for example, I know this is totally off the subject of what I'm talking about, but I want to make this point. Back in the day where we all was dealing with, C-19, right? And also at the same time, there's a huge narrative about police brutality towards, black people, right? Throughout this whole entire time, people was doing all these things. They was protesting, shutting cities down, and doing all these different things, right? What me as a content creator, I didn't see no problem with people protesting for social justice, which nothing wrong with that. But what I had a problem with was when people was marching even into my city and literally tearing up the city in the name of social justice. That was literally not only tearing up the one city, that was doing what is known as civil unrest. That was causing property damage and all kind of stuff, which property damage raises up taxes. I had a problem with that, so I said something about that. There was also videos to where they showed different people want getting pulled over by the police, right? Some of the situations where they was dealing with, it was very justifiable, where some cops was resembling certain type of prejudices, which I agree. But however, there are other type of videos where the cops was not doing it at all, period. Where it was the people who was causing the situation to happen. And I said something about that. Guess what? People start talking down on me and everything. Just because I didn't follow the mob. Just because I didn't want to agree with what everybody was saying. I mention that is because this is the exact same way about selective outrage. As long as it fits a certain narrative, or this mob-like narrative, that everybody's gonna do it. But the moment when you don't be a part of that narrative, right, they deem you as being part of the problem. But they're never gonna take accountability for their double standards. But let's continue.
Or whatever you said. I'm trying to, it's not making sense to me. It's not making sense at all. Y'all went out y'all way to make fun of a mentally ill man that did nothing to y'all. Y'all ain't even bother to get his side of the story. Y'all just went off what y'all heard about him. And now y'all feelings hurt.
And in facts, no one went out and got his side of the story at all, period. No one. Not even me. Because to be honest with you, one of the reasons why I didn't is because I honestly believe that this whole story is something that she made up for TikTok. That is me. So that's why I didn't go into that extreme of trying to investigate who Legion was. But once again, it was people that was did that. Like, let's find out who this dude is. So they decided to go into this dude information. They decided to dox her, dox him, and do all this extreme crazy stuff, which it wasn't that serious. It really wasn't.
Y'all feelings hurt. And he didn't lie. The truth hurt, though. The truth do hurt. But make it make sense, though. Now we can all laugh. What's wrong? I thought we was all just making jokes. Why y'all feelings hurt? Let's all just share a laugh. Come on now. What's wrong with y'all? Hey, what happened to don't dish out what you can't take? Now y'all crying. Be serious. Come on now.
Now, once again, I do want to clarify that the thing that the Breakfast Club said, they wasn't joking about that. They was being dead serious. But once again, they're not talking about this woman weight. They was talking about her behavior. That's all they was saying. Do y'all know that since we're speaking, Queen Gertrude mentioned about mom mentality, right? Do y'all know that after when this dude made a statement, do y'all know this same mom mentality had some stuff to say about him, and he responded back to this, right? This particular dude right here responded back to that. So I'm gonna show y'all a real short clip of what he was saying.
I don't care if he was joking or not. If y'all find any of that stuff funny that was said about Legion, a black man, if y'all find any of that stuff funny, then what Charlamagne said shouldn't hurt y'all feelings. Y'all made fun of a black man who is mentally ill, who has a skin condition, who possibly has HIV. But what Charlamagne said hurt y'all feelings. What he said about Bigback hurt y'all feelings. Did he lie? No, he didn't. And like I said, stop dishing out what y'all can't take. Y'all went out y'all way to bother a man that ain't say nothing to y'all. I don't give a damn about Ressa Tessa having to tell her story, but y'all went out y'all way to find that man and bother that man. That man ain't did nothing to y'all, but y'all feelings hurt because of what Charlamagne said. Be serious.
Yeah, and once again, I agree with him. And that goes back to what I was saying earlier, that they decided to take upon themselves to find out who this dude was, find out his information, find out his job, find out all these different things about this dude. They decided to do that. They did. Now, once again, Ressa Tessa, she didn't share a picture of Legion where she was telling her story. She didn't give this dude give the dude full name, because if that be the case, she had did it, but she didn't. The reason why she didn't do it is because in my mind, I'm honestly convinced that what she did was a straight made up story. In my mind. That's what I believe. But these people decided to do that. They did. Now, I got one last video that I want to share with y'all today that will be done with this particular podcast episode. Those y'all who are tuning in, I thank y'all so much for tuning in. Make sure that you hit that like button, because it do help the channel tremendously. Also, if you ever want to share me out, thank you so much for doing that too. Today on the show, we are talking about Charlamagne the God and the Breakfast Club. We're talking about the comment that the Breakfast Club made towards Ressa Tessa as well too. I've been giving y'all one different narratives about the story that's happening with this. All right. So I want to share with y'all one last point, and I believe this point is kind of valid too with what we're talking about, specifically with Charlamagne the God. All right. This last point that I want to make today is that I do know that through my research of the Breakfast Club and my research of Charlamagne the God, I do know that Charlamagne the God do have a tendency of not clout chasing, but he have a tendency of trolling people. Okay. He have a huge tendency of trolling people that comes onto that show. He troll people for the clicks and views, for the wild effect. The reason why I'm bringing this up is because, to be honest with y'all, Charlamagne the God overall behavior, which in this particular thing, I agree with what you're saying, but his overall behavior is, in fact, problematic for real. It really is. It is very problematic. And it always been problematic for years and years and years. I want to present to y'all this final video today. And this is going to go with what I'm talking about right now. This TikToker, right? She ended up on doing a brief story about Charlamagne the God and his behavior. I want y'all to listen to what she had to say about this, and I'm very curious to want to see y'all perspective about this, all right? Queen Gertrude, she said this. She said, I don't think it's made up. I believe she actually went through that entire relationship. Salute. All right, so let's go ahead and listen to this story, all right?
Since Charlamagne the God has decided to fix his lips to call out our good sis, Ressa Tessa, for being big-backed and thirsty for a man, after this woman opened up to the world and shared her trauma of going through a complete sham of a marriage, being married to a pathological liar. I have made the decision that I am done holding in my vitriol that I've held inside for a very long time for Charlamagne the God. This man has gotten away with so much problematic behavior in his career. If someone ever tries to tell you that cancel culture does exist, just bring up Charlamagne the God, because he is a perfect example of the non-existence of cancel culture. I'm not going to do a full deep dive into everything that this man has ever done in his career that's problematic because we'll be here all day. Really, everything I needed to know about this man was filmed and uploaded onto the internet 12 years ago. Do you guys remember the boy band Mindless Behavior? They were a group of 4 young teen boys who were very talented. They were singers, they could dance.
Oh, my bad. I forgot to edit this part out. I don't want to get copyrighted for their music. Let me fast forward all this. All right, let's go here.
Kind of came out of nowhere and just found a lot of success really fast. But in 2012, Mindless Behavior was interviewed on The Breakfast Club by the hosts of the show, which obviously include Charlamagne the God. I'm gonna show you guys some clips from this interview because it's kind of one of those interviews that it's so outlandish that you have to hear it for yourself to believe it. Not only do I want you guys to listen to Charlamagne's words, but I want you guys to listen to his implications as well.
The Breakfast Club, and we got some special guests with us this morning.
Mindless behavior!
Mindless behavior!
Now, you guys would totally object to how Charlamagne is speaking to these young gentlemen.
Yeah, he asked if Roxy tried to smash one of them yesterday.
Listen, I was watching 106 in Park, and it seemed like Roxy was feeling one of y'all. So I was asked, I said, which one of y'all was Roxy trying to smush yesterday?
Oh, man, stop it. Stop it. How old are you guys?
All 14.
All 14.
You should be ashamed of yourself,
Y'all
Charlamagne.
virgins?
Charlamagne!
Man, come on. When you was 14, was you a virgin?
Yes.
Yes.
That's some real talk.
See, this is the part where I'm talking about for us with Charlamagne. He's doing what is known as trolling. Now, his trolling is very problematic. And this is a problem with not only trolls like Charlamagne the God, but there's problems with trolls, period, on social media. These people who are trolls, they tend to go to the extreme. They tend to ask these extreme personal questions to get a rise or to get a certain type of negative response. But let's continue.
These young men.
Yes.
Of course they are.
Yes, they are.
Yes, we are.
I'm hearing 35-year-old women coming to y'all shows and coming to y'all in-stores.
Nice.
Y'all better take advantage of some of that vintage vagina.
Charlamagne! Gosh, they're 14 years old. Who gets the chick first?
Charlamagne was late to work the other day.
All of us. Behavior. Him.
All right, all right.
Y'all run trains? Oh, yeah.
Come on, Charlamagne!
Listen, we're not going to act like these guys are not having sex.
They're not having sex.
Only 10 years old.
And
10 hours a day.
this the one right here. He's knocking everything down. This guy right here is knocking everything. Yes, he's knocking everything down.
Some drops, Charlotte.
So, do you guys think it is appropriate for a man who was well into his 30s at this time repeatedly badger 14-year-old boys about what their intimate life looked like?
All right, now also you guys recently opened up for Janet Jackson. How was that?
That was amazing. She's an icon. She gave us good advice like stay together, stay humble.
Right.
At the end of the tour, she got us all iPods.
And she's beautiful.
See, and y'all the age where y'all can sneak in her dressing room when she's getting dressed and she wouldn't trip. You know what I'm saying? They could see her naked and they wouldn't trip. It's like, oh, it's just them. She get dressed in front of y'all.
Hide in the closet.
You could tell by watching this clip that these young men at the time they felt very uncomfortable with this interview. They felt very, very uncomfortable. But the crazy part about it is that Charlamagne continued with this behavior. He did not let up at all. He didn't. It was like he made his mind up to the straight troll these young men. I don't know why he wanted to do this. I have no earthly idea what was in his mind, why he decided to do this, but he did. And you can tell they was feeling very uncomfortable. That's why only the leader of the band was speaking at this point, because all the rest of them was feeling very uncomfortable and they didn't want to say the wrong thing at this particular time.
Does it pop out
Yes.
when you're naked?
I have to say I'm disgusted at how Charlamagne
You know
says
what?
to these 14-year-olds.
I'm done with you, okay?
What's his name?
His name is Ray Ray.
Ray Ray's done with you.
Don't make me take off my belt, Ray Ray.
Do you guys think it is normal for a grown man to suggest that young teenage boys sneak into a grown woman's dressing room just to catch a glimpse of her undressed? Does that seem appropriate to you guys? Another moment of this interview that caught me off guard was when another host of the show, DJ Envy, said that since Mindless Behavior had performed at the White House, they should get Obama's daughters pregnant.
What was the biggest show you did?
Biggest show? The White House.
The White House.
Yeah, I was so
Now
nervous.
I'm not gonna be mad. I gotta talk Charlamagne talking. If you get a chance with the Obama daughters,
absolutely,
you gotta take that. There.
Are
Somebody
you?
got to
Yes.
impregnate. Somebody got to impregnate.
Yes.
Somebody got to impregnate. I'm just telling you.
Just wildly inappropriate discourse for multiple adults and young boys. And obviously you can watch this full interview online, but when I was watching this, something that I noticed were some names that kept flying out of Charlamagne's mouth. One name in particular that made me raise my eyebrow was Charlamagne consistently and constantly bringing up the name Chris Stokes. If you don't know who Chris Stokes is, Chris Stokes was the former manager of the boy band B2K. Chris Stokes has recently been accused by none other than P. Diddy for being one of the most predatory men in the industry. Takes one to know one, I guess. I don't know. On top of
Oh Lord.
What?
But listen, y'all.
of managing the band B2K, Chris Stokes was also pivotal in launching the career of Omarion and Marquise Houston. Okay, stick with me here. When Diddy accused Chris Stokes of being a predator, that's when Chris Stokes came out and said, no, I've not done anything wrong, and Diddy is just trying to get the heat off of himself because of his own legal issues. But P. Diddy was not the first individual to accuse Chris Stokes of being a predator. Back in 2007, two members of B2K came forward, Raz B and Ricky Romance, alleging that Chris Stokes had SA'd them when they were young teen boys. The two boys also alleged that Marquise Houston was a victim of Chris Stokes as well. With that being said, I am going to play you a clip from this 2012 interview from the Breakfast Club that we have been talking about. You will hear Angela, one of the hosts, suggest that Charlamagne goes on tour with mindless behavior to clean their tour bus. This is how he responded.
Listen, Charlamagne, would you go on tour and clean a tour bus?
No.
You know how many chicks you can meet?
They'd be young.
And that's
I would
exactly
go to
perfect
jail.
for you. It's perfect for
Like
you.
you haven't been before.
Yes, I have been. I definitely have been to jail before.
For what you're talking about.
I'm about to get Chris Stokes on the phone.
I'm not completely.
Now, what's the craziest thing that you guys see on tour?
Prolapse by the end of the month.
Let's roll that.
That, what the hell did he just say?
What?
Let's hear it again.
Last part back again real quick.
I'm about to get Chris Stokes on the phone.
I'm not completely.
Now, what's the
You
craziest
all
thing that you
gonna have
guys see
rectal
on tour?
prolapse by the end of the month.
What do you
That dude said that he's going to get on the phone with Chris and they're going to have a rectum pull out by the end of the month, meaning that he's going to get on the phone with Chris. Chris is going to SA them by the end of the month. This is what when I'm talking about y'all for some bit Charlamagne the guy being problematic with his trolling, where he said take his trolling to the extreme. Everything that he was saying, I'm gonna be rich, y'all. Everything that he was saying was totally inappropriate. It was. And there ain't no doubt in this whatsoever. So that's why I could say I could understand the other end of the argument where people say that, hey, Charlamagne the guy, he has a history of doing this type of trolling. He have a history of saying extremely inappropriate stuff during these Breakfast Club interviews. I understand that, and I hear it. This is not the one of the interviews that he did. I'm just showing this particular one, but there are other interviews. If you go on TikTok and you research Charlamagne the guy and the interviews he did, they're inappropriate. He said a whole lot of crazy stuff. That is very problematic. Very problematic. But let's continue.
mean by that, Charlamagne? Is it really a funny joke to say that you will call up Chris Stokes, a man who has been accused of harming young black boys, like the boys who are in that interview room? Be so for real. Anyways, there is a lot of reasons why I do not like Charlamagne the God, but that is easily one of the biggest reasons why I do not like him at all, because of his conduct around children. And as for Diddy and Chris Stokes and all of those people, let me tell you one thing. I know everyone's saying this is Diddy's year. This is Diddy's year where he finally faces consequences. When Diddy goes down, Diddy's going to bring half the industry with him. This man's connections are deeper than any of us know.
Yeah, big facts. I agree. Big facts. Big facts. So that's why I wanted to share that video with y'all to show the problematic part of Charlamagne the God. Because he does this a whole lot, where he literally takes his trolling to the extreme. Another reason why I wanted to mention this is because earlier I made a whole monologue talking about people who are clout chasers, not only on YouTube but on the social media outlet. They're literally clout chasers to the extreme where they be doing cyberbullying. Charlamagne the God does do that. He does troll to the extent where he's cyberbullying. He done had people come on the Breakfast Club where they literally wanted to fight this dude. Y'all remember that time when what's that dude name? The baby, or not the baby, but the dude who's part of Cash Money Records. I forgot his name. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I don't know why I can't think his name, but he had pulled up on the Breakfast Club. Y'all remember that? He pulled up on the Breakfast Club, literally wanted to fight Charlamagne. And the reason why he wanted to fight Charlamagne is because of his trolling. Because he take his trolling to the extreme. And it's unnecessary. It is very unnecessary. But there are people out here who does the same exact thing, where they take their trolling to the extreme, where it's unnecessary for them to do it, but they feel like since they have their First Amendment rights, they feel entitled to do that. Not understanding the repercussions behind their actions. Yeah, Birdman. Yeah, thank you, Queen Gertrude. Thank you, Birdman. I don't know why I couldn't think of his name. That's bad. Even for me being a DJ, I couldn't remember his name at the moment. But yeah, Birdman pulled up, want to fight this dude. And there be other artists or actors who did the same as that thing, where he be doing some very problematic trolling, for real, that you don't have to go to that extreme doing that. You don't. Then there be other, that's like I say, it be like, the reason why I'm bringing this up, because there be other content creators that do the same as that extreme trolling, where it's unnecessary. You'll sit up here and say certain things to trigger people for emotional response. You'll sit up here and post some different pictures about people, altered pictures. You do all these different things for a response. But at the end of the day, as long as those y'all who are listening to me right now, as long as y'all understand the assignment, as long as y'all understand that at the end of the day, these are people, when they do want to do these things, when they be trolling to this extreme, that at the end of the day, they're just trying to get a response from you. And you understand that you have power over them. You exercise that power. Guess what? Eventually, they're going to start giving up their power. Because you're not allowing them to take over. You're not. Now, these young men did, I can understand by them being young, they don't understand about being trolled. They don't understand about being gaslighted or anything like that. They don't understand that at their age, but that's what that dude was doing to them. That's what Charlamagne the God have a tendency of doing. Other than this particular situation, even though this particular situation was in a way kind of trolling, but it was also truth to behind it, because Ressa Tessa did resemble Bigback woman behavior, which I agree. But other than that, y'all, thank y'all so much for tuning in to the podcast today. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments about this overall situation. Do you agree with Ressa Tessa? Do you agree with Charlamagne the God and the Breakfast Club and their response behind that? Do you think the Breakfast Club was sincere in a apology with Ressa Tessa? Or do you think he was just still... everybody was still overall trolling at the end of the day? What do y'all think about that? Do you agree with that? What do y'all think about that? Salute to everybody who's tuning in, who's coming in. Papa Will, I see you. Salute to you. Thank you so much for tuning in to the broadcast. Scorpio, I see you as well too. Thank you so much for tuning in as well. and everyone else who are going to catch the repeat of this show. Thank you so much for tuning in to the show too. Make sure when y'all come in, make sure y'all hit that like button, because once again, it do supports the one stream. It supports my channel a whole lot. And if you are able to share out the channel, by all means do it. Now, last but not least, I do have my my Cash App there, but I rarely mention about it. The one reason why is because I don't want to solicit Cash Apps, okay? But I do have it there, just in case that's something that you want to do. I'll leave that totally up to you. If that's something you want to do, by all means, support the channel. By all means. But I just don't want to solicit it to y'all, okay? All right. So yeah, my Cash App is always there. You can always Cash App me. And that Cash App do support the channel. Every donations that I receive, to y'all, it do be invested into this channel to bring even more better quality content. This Cash App I use to pay my household expense, you know what I'm saying? Nope, not at all. It goes strictly towards this channel. So your donation is what brings the channel to have a better content. Like say for example, there have been people who donated to this channel. I done got a better mic. I done got better scenery, all kind of stuff, better headphones, all different things. It helps, and it goes directly to this channel. All right. So thank y'all so much for that. Those of y'all who do donating to this channel, thank you so much. And also thank you so much for everyone who do support this channel, everyone who listen to my broadcast as well too. So thank y'all so much. Make sure that y'all have your notifications when I do go live, because I know sometimes YouTube like to shadow ban people. So make sure you have your notifications set when I go live. You know what I mean? And so other than that, y'all have a really great day, and I will see y'all on the next episode. And Queen Gertrude said, drop the link to the Cash App, bro. It's right there. It's on the screen. What are you talking about? It's right here. It's literally right here. To the right of the screen. I don't have to drop the link. It's right there. It is right there. Big as day. Cash Out DJ Urban T. It is right there. It's right there. Let's go to it. It's right there. Look, it's right there. Look, it's right there. Let's go to Cash App, right? All y'all have to do is go on Cash App, search $DJ Urban T, and my picture will pull up. You will see it. So I know I have to drop the link. It's right there. Just search it. It's there. It is there. Bye, y'all. I'll see y'all again on the next episode. Y'all have a great and wonderful day.